This is Mongochatter once again. My guest tonight, is Ben Nowland. Ben, thanks for doing this, man.
Yes,
Hi,
sir. Anytime.
how you doing?
Not bad, just hanging in there, like us all, trying to figure out what to do with my time.
Yeah,
But
what have you been doing?
making a bunch of music, to be honest. Like, give you guys a little sneak peek. That right there is actually a track with Time or Cyril Jackson I just did.
Oh,
So,
no way. That is
yep,
sick. He goes by Time.
Time. That's his rap name, or
That
that's what he is on SoundCloud.
that's sick. How'd you link up with him?
Dude, he honestly posted on his story, like hit me up for features, and I was just like not letting that, get past me. So
Yeah,
just went right at it.
yeah. Cause
Took him like 2 days to reply too, but he came through with it. So,
that's fresh. Where are you at again? You're in California, but where at?
I'm in Bonzo, California. Actually, it's like right by Oceanside. Not too many people know of it. I was out at Lake Elsinore though for the longest time. So more
Okay.
like skateboard wise, I'm usually in Lake Elsinore, but
Is
right
that
now I'm out of Bonzo.
that's like San Diego area?
Where I'm at right now, yeah, San Diego. Lake
Okay.
Elsinore is what they call Inland Empire though.
Yep.
It's like Riverside County, but it's like in between LA and San Diego, like literally like the halfway point.
Okay.
So it's kind of like right there too.
So it's like halfway between LA and San Diego, but inland.
Yes, sir. Like I mean, you're like 50 minutes from like the coast, but for the most part, there's a big mountain that's blocking you from that. So that's
Yeah.
all desert. But it's
Okay.
kind of funny too, because there's like a big lake in there too. So it's like a lake in the desert.
Right on. And you grew up in Amesbury, Mass.
To be honest, like I'll just go through it right now because this is a podcast. I kind of grew up all over the place. I was born in Andover. I moved to North Andover, and then from North Andover, I moved to Lake Forest, Illinois. And I moved to Mundelein, Illinois. Then my dad got a job in New Jersey, so I moved to Warren, New Jersey. This is during the house market crash, so we couldn't sell our house, so we had to move back up to Mundelein, Illinois. Then we finally sold the house. I moved down to Stockton, New Jersey. Then I moved to Lowell, Massachusetts. Then I lived in Ames. From there I moved to Amesbury, Massachusetts. And then from
Okay.
there is when I moved to the house and got to Lake Elsinore, then Bonsall. So I've been
Damn.
all over the place, but
Is,
Amesbury is where I lived the longest.
is were you skating this whole time, or how did skating come into that?
So with the whole skateboarding thing is like it was my brother's eighth birthday in May. So he turned 8 years old, and for his birthday, my dad decided to get him a skateboard. And he said he would get the family a skateboard too, but it was really pretty much mine to be honest. So he took us to Hobbs Board Shop. I don't know if you remember that place.
Yeah, in
I don't remember
Newburyport.
where it was.
It was in
Yeah, so
Newburyport, like by the police station, kind of. It's a yoga
dude,
studio
I was
now.
6 years old. He took us there, and the best part was we got two World Industry boards. So we got two World Industries. I don't know what the trucks and wheels were, but we got two World Industry boards. And I didn't really skate then. I just kind of like pushed around. Then when I moved to Mundelein, Illinois, which is after like Lake Forest, I moved in and I had four kids waiting outside my driveway. And the first thing one of the kids said was like, "Do you skateboard?" And like being like a little kid trying to fit in, I was like, "Yeah, I skateboard." Didn't really like know anything, so he took me to his house and he had a half pipe in the backyard. He's like, "Okay, like you
No
skateboard, like
way.
what you got?" I obviously couldn't drop in or do anything. So then like after that, it was just like, oh, I gotta learn how to drop in. I gotta learn how to ollie. Like I gotta catch up because all these like that's what this kid's doing, and this is my new like best friend. This is my neighbor. So
Yeah,
that's like when I got into it when I moved to Illinois to
that's
be like
sick.
real.
That's sick. You had like a crew built in, like waiting for you already with a ramp and everything.
Dude, it was like just life. You know what I mean? Just meant to be. It's
Yeah,
just how it happened, like fate type of thing.
yeah,
Moved
man.
there and it was like, "Ooh, you don't skateboard? Well, you do now."
Yep. Wow. So when you were in Lowell, is is that how you got to know Josh Trippy Stoner, as we call him?
um, yeah,
Did you skate with him when you were in Lowell or?
Yes, I think like my memory is like not the best. I think we did skate. I'm pretty sure we like because I know he came to Hadley. I'm like trying to think if we were like talking much then or not. I'm pretty sure we did. I think that's where we started.
Yeah.
I will say though, I only lived in Lowell for a year, but that was like my eye opening to skateboarding. Because like when I like lived in Illinois, we like skateboarded, but it was more of like a jackass type of thing, where it was just like we were really just kids, just being reckless, just trying to. It was like man.
Yeah.
But like when I moved to Lowell, it was like you would go there and you'd be seeing people like really like getting tech with it. Like people were dropping out of school to become skateboarders,
Damn.
and that was like a crazy thing going to the skate park and seeing people like putting in like work shifts on the skate park or on a ledge. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
kind of what opened my eyes to like like it definitely opened my eyes also on like the whole tech thing. Like I didn't know what switch was before I moved to like. I mean, I knew what it was, but like everybody's doing switch flips and everybody's doing like nollie flips out of grinds and wall and stuff like that. And that wasn't really a thing like where I was from at all. So
Yeah.
that opened me up to the whole switch and nollie for sure.
I wonder if that like that fever in Lowell had something to do with like Baczynski and Manny at that time, like
That was the other thing with like right when I moved there, I didn't even know who Manny and like Chinsky was, and then like right off the bat, one of my good friends in Lowell, like one of the first people I met, he was like, "Oh, you don't know Dave Chinsky? Like, you don't know Manny Santiago?" And was like, "Get on YouTube right now!" And just like made me do my research. You know what I mean? And I was like, like what? These guys came from this city, and
yeah.
that's like honestly, to be honest, the people that like got me the craziest was like Steven Catazone, Pedro Oliveira, and like Eric Martinez. Those guys were like seeing those people at the skate park. Also like John Coyne, like Will Camp Smith, Brad Miller, Barry too. I don't know, like he's just a local legend. He skates in boots. You go to Hadley Skate Park, you'll probably see Barry bust a tray flip in boots, and that was like my biggest eye opening was just like the random locals that would show up at the park. And there's too many for me to name, to be honest. But
Yeah.
they would just be going through, like I said, like work shifts, like really like not sitting down, just like skating.
That's
But then
sick.
that's like the other feeling too is like I was like a Hadley kid, and Hadley was kind of just like a party park. So you had like those people, and then you also have the people that just didn't even skate, just kind of showed up, just like to chill or whatnot. So it was kind of a
Yeah.
weird atmosphere.
Yeah. That's kind of the that's like I don't know. I feel like every not speaking on terrain necessarily, but every like good skate park with a vibe, it should have that like little
It
kind of party thing
it's like
happening.
it's like the atmosphere. Like people kind of just want to like hang out there.
Yeah.
That's like that's a big part of a park. Like if it's like a really good park, then you're gonna just bring that type of people just from the atmosphere you have.
It's funny though, thinking back, like when I was younger, before like, and I think like skate park culture has become like, obviously like solidified or whatever. But I remember like when I was younger or whatever, like I don't know, say like Newburyport skate park at Cashman Park or whatever. It would have been like, and granted, this was before I myself smoked weed or anything like that. I was like a little kid, but I kind of remember having the feeling of like really wanting to keep skating like just for me and my friends. Like if you showed up and didn't skate and were just looking to party or hang out or like I feel like we never would have been like psyched if like girls were just like we would have been like why are these girls here just watching us skate like that's what I mean like so I guess it's like different now. You know what I mean? It's like now it is like a big party, but I feel like back then it was like super like we were fucking hiding in a way. Like don't come down to the skate park. Like we don't want nobody to know what we're up to. Not that we're just skating, but you know what I mean? It was like what we do is secret. I guess you could say.
I definitely feel that too, because I will say, like, I don't want to say like a feud or anything. Like, it was all good times, but there definitely was like the partiers and the skaters, and it wasn't like they didn't like nobody like. So everybody got along, but like there was definitely times where it was like, "Yo, like, what are you guys doing here? Like, this is a skate park. We're trying to skate.
Yeah.
Like, you guys got cops pulling up or whatnot." But like, I mean, everything's good too, and I can't like deny I've had the best times like partying at that park too. So it's not like I don't want to say that either. I say that very loosely,
Sure.
but I will say there definitely was like a little thing where it was like, oh, these people are showing up again. They don't even skate. You know, they're just coming here to drink beers or whatnot, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like I've definitely seen that vibe from people, and I mean, doesn't I've definitely probably given that off about it for a few people too. You know, I've definitely been the kid just trying to skate and
Yeah.
like seeing some, but it's all good times. But I definitely know what you mean.
Well,
But I,
sometimes you talk to people nowadays and they're like, "Shit, man, I lost my virginity at the skate park." You know what I mean? They're like, it's like people, it's like so like ingrained now. Like the park is like, I don't know. I think it depends on where you're at too. Like, cause like geographically or whatever. Like, cause some people, it's like the park is everything. That's all. That's all that there is. You know, for socializing and skating. You know what I mean? Depending on what part of the world you happen to be in, you know what I mean?
and I can't even lie. Like, I mean, I learned most of my valuable lessons like at the park or from people at the park. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, I didn't really go to school until high school too. I was homeschooled my whole life till high
Okay.
school. So when I lived in Lowell, Massachusetts, that was eighth grade. So like I legit like I would duck my English book, duck my math book under my bed, and I would just go to the park. I would like wake up, play Call of Duty till 11 a.m., then just go straight to the park and just skate all day. So
I
that's like
was
what my life was.
so you were one of the people putting in the shifts, the work
Yeah,
shifts.
dude, dude, like real shit. I moved to Hadley Skate Park not knowing how to like manual on the manual pad, and it was a year. I left doing kickflip manuals on that manual pad,
That's
like
tight,
doing stuff
dude.
like that. Like for sure, really put my shift in. Like from like 11 to 9 every single day, I was skating, and it wasn't just that skate park either. Like Lowell's small enough where you can skate from like each park to the next. That's what we did. You
Yeah.
would just go out, you know, skate from one park to the other, skate the spots on the way.
Yeah. That's amazing, dude.
Amesbury is like when I like. I mean, I had like jobs and like school and whatnot, but that's definitely when I was like started getting occupied with life's things. So then I started realizing like, oh, I gotta like my free time, I gotta get it. Like this is my time to really, you know, like
Okay,
really
yeah,
get my
man.
tricks in, you know. So then it's
Yeah.
like I'm working jobs. I actually have to go to high school now. It's like got all this shit, and this kid just wants to skate.
I know what you mean, man. I've been into skating my whole life and stuff, and like I feel like when you're a kid, when I was a kid, I skated every day and shit, and then like when I was in my like late teens, like early 20s, like I was skating a lot, and I don't know, like I feel like that would be like the pinnacle, or I thought at that time that that was the pinnacle of like my street skating or whatever. Fast forward into like my 30s, dude. I had ACL surgery, and like when I was like actually when I was 26 or something. Yeah, 2006 I had ACL surgery. And then so that like set me back, and then getting into it, and then like I started playing in this band, and I was really focused on music and stuff, and so I wasn't skating as much. And then whatever, eventually quit the band and stuff, but in my mid 30s, dude, it wasn't like I got back into skating. I've been a skateboarder my whole life, but in a sense I got back into skating, and it was like you were saying, like I realized like I'm 35 years old. I have a job. I have a girlfriend. And it's like I can only skate when I can skate. So it was like I stopped. For me, that like the social aspect of skating kind of went away. Like I was just like, I'm here to fucking skate. Like I don't. I'm just like I'm skating. If I'm at the skate park, it's like
Earbud in.
yeah, not
Sorry, I'm not talking right now.
yeah, not necessarily
Still,
earbuds in, but it was just like I just was like. And two, I think at the time I was living with a girlfriend, and it was like the only person that I ever really hung out with was her. So in a sense, it was almost like an escape. Like I'm that was like when I was at the skate park. It was like that was like you know what I mean. It was like I just had to like it was that time to get it and skate, and that's what it was about. And that actually got me really plugged back into like learning tricks and everything. I mean, at fucking in my mid 30s. You know what I mean?
Funny how that works too.
Like it
Just
comes
like
in
when you don't have
phases.
time to do something. Yeah, dude, that's also my biggest thing was like I was like working a bunch, and this is before I moved out to California. I was working like 2 jobs, and I was like hustling on top of that, so I was just like not like pretty much not there. And then like I moved out, I broke my ribs at Hampton Skate Park.
Ribs?
Didn't skate for like
Your
yeah, I broke
ribs?
broke my ribs.
Crazy,
Yep,
dude.
like sticking out, like oh dude, it was bad.
What
It's not
happened?
like sticking out bad, but it was like this, like you could see it, like it was like indented like that. Like this part was a little like in, and this came out a little bit. So I was off for like 6 months, and then when I moved back to California, like I had to like, or not move back. When I moved to California, I was trying to like learn how to skate again because my ribs were broken. I couldn't do certain things. If I torqued my shoulder, it would just hurt it. This is like still 4 months after the incident happened. Then like 6 months in, then I just like really got into it. Once I felt my ribs like weren't hurting, I was just like at the park every single day. Just like if it wasn't hot out, I'm there. And
Yeah.
that's kind of like that. It's like waves. It's just like like when you lose it, like it's just how it goes. Sometimes whatever it is, work, injuries. Then like when you're able to get back in, then you're like going back up at it again, going hard, just getting
Yeah.
tricks.
It's funny, dude. I made that video Continental Crust, and it was like towards the end. I was like, editing and doing all this stuff, and then it was like had the premieres and shit, and I was like, I got this job in the industrial park in Newburyport, and I was like telling everybody like, nope, dude, like that's it. I made my video, like joking around, like I quit skating. Like I was like gonna go into a phase of not skating as much and like realigning and like focusing on like because like I was working at this dispensary, and I basically quit my job like to finish the video. I was just like, I'm fucking whatever. I knew I had like enough money to like make it, and it was like when I finished Continental Crust, I had like $8 in my bank account. You know what I mean? It was like I really wrote it in, and then I got this job, and then all of a sudden, fucking dude, like the world ended and shit. Like all of a sudden, there's no food in the supermarkets. Everyone's staying at home. It's all crazy. And then it was like, I couldn't find a fucking mask like to go to this job. So I was like, I'm not fucking going to the job. And then like ended up getting unemployment and this and that. And so now, once again, dude, now every day, the only thing that I really look forward to is getting out and skating for like 1 hour. So it's like, I'm like in skate purgatory, dude. I thought I was gonna like grow
Dude,
up and be an adult and fucking, but then like I finished this video, and then like it's like, nope, dude, the world's ending. Like, you might as well just keep fucking skating. Might fucking start a podcast, why don't you? You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
that's somewhat what happened with me too, because like I was working at a smoke shop or whatnot, and then this whole thing got happened, and like they weren't really caring about it, and like I kind of got sketched out, super paranoid. So I was like, "Oh, I'm done. I'm out." I couldn't. I My other thing is my rent was my lease was ending. I couldn't requalify back for the apartments because a bunch of my roommates moved out. So it was just like I kind of had to find my own spot. So I was like trying to find my own spot, and I didn't have a spot. And this is like 2 weeks until my lease is ending.
Oh
So
yeah.
like we got lockdown going down. So like I was stressing, and then like finally found a spot, and I just told myself like I was just gonna keep it easy, like just stay inside and not really do much. And dude, like now it's like I'm not going out much, but now I gotta hit my local school every day. Like I gotta hit the curb. Like I can't be sitting inside. I tried to just make music. I just tried to sit down on the beats, and now it's
Yeah.
just I'm like feeling like, bro, if I can't go to the skate park soon, I better get it in now.
Yeah, I have that mentality too. They just put sand in the Newburyport skate park today. They just put sand in
Lit.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
my local skate park.
mulch, but they filled it. Yeah.
That's better than sand though. Sand
Yeah.
is just like never goes away. You know what I mean? At
So
least like mulch,
whack.
you can maybe repair it. Dude, in my local skate park, they put like a bunch of wires, so you can. It's like a hippie jump course now. It's like very weird. I swear, like they're like knee height to like maybe waist height, and it's just a bunch of poles they put in around the park, and they just wired it up like all zigzagging weird. Like
That's funny. You think there's a
so.
line in there still?
Oh, 100%. I was looking at the other day, and I'm like, should I just come here and do hippie jumps? And I was like, if the cop comes and I get a ticket, that's not worth it. That's the only thing I
Yeah.
want that ticket.
Like I was looking at
I heard that.
those photos of the Venice skate park, and that was like a real famous one. And I'm like, I think there's a line in there. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm pretty sure people shoveled out like a line too in that one. But they're all over. Like I've seen them in fucking where I'm at in Riverside County. They put mulch, like you said, or sand. They do it in the big bowls. I mean, people show up and shovel it out. But
yeah,
it's funny because it used to be the town right by Lake Elsinore. They opened their parks. They just reopened them. So everybody's been over there. So
yeah, it's really
it's
weird.
kind of
It's really fucking weird. I guess you could say you don't want people clogging up the emergency rooms. So like if the skate park's open, fucking people can get hurt and then they end up in the emergency room and this and that. But here's the thing about that is like, dude, you can get hurt. I mean, you could get into a car, like any number of things. You could get into a car
I've seen
accident.
3 car accidents since this happened.
What's
I
up?
haven't been on the roads much. I've seen like 3 car accidents since this happened, and I haven't been on the roads much at all.
Yeah,
So
so anything could happen. So it's like if I mean, so sketchy like to even think about and talk about, but it's like if it's really that bad that they need to do that to the skate parks, then no one should be anywhere. Like everyone should just be straight up inside. No, like you know what I mean? Because dude, I go out. I live in Newburyport. I go out and it's like, yeah, the businesses are closed, but everybody's out, dude. And I drive down the
they,
cuttiest roads, like the little every side street you turn down on this little ass side street. It's like there's 3 people with their dog and their bike and their kids, and it's like every fucking buddy is out.
I swear I see like more people out. Like, no, I shouldn't say that at all. But like, I see people out like crazy. Like, especially taking walks. Like you said, like walking their dogs or walking along the side of the street. Every time I go out when I need to go to the grocery store or something like that, I'm seeing people along the side.
Yeah,
Like, and the other thing that makes me laugh too is like if you have to go to the grocery store, there's a fat line at the grocery store every time you wait in. So it's like I'm sure waiting in a line in the grocery store is probably a lot worse off than being in outside in the
yeah.
open air at a skate park. But
The grocery stores too. Where I went to the first one where they're like, they have like certain like they funnel people. Like they have like certain aisles are like one way signs, like do not enter and go this way. And it just seems to me that's like you're like putting people together. Like I don't know, man. It's super sketchy.
but weird shit. Yep.
Yeah, you're one of the first people that I like talked to that was like on the same tip as me, kind of like right off the bat, like fucking dude. I'm like, I'm not, I'm you like, and I don't know. For me, I feel like a lot of people I know were like making fun of me about like wearing a mask and staying at home and shit. But it's like I told you so. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Not to say I told you so, but you know what I mean.
I'm like, I can't even lie. I'm getting a little bit better now. Now I'm more think it's like something that is more for like my immune system to take care. Honestly, I got crazy. I think it's more for my immune system to take care of, but like I'm OCD. Like I'm very OCD.
Oh, same.
So like right when I started hearing about this, like my mind was already kind of going like, like when it was in China, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it like got over here and I started doing that and I was like the exact same thing. Like all the homies and all this stuff. Like you really like why you weren't stressing about this? Like why aren't you at the skate park? Are you trying to skate or whatever? Or like my work even. Like I was the first person to wear a mask in my work. And then like I don't know. Yeah, now it's at like where it's at. It's just like you see everybody and their mom with the mask on.
It's weird how like the mask is now part, like it's like it's part of people's like kit. Like it's like there's like cool, like you can get like a cool mask nowadays. Have you seen that? It's like everyone on Instagram's making
Dude,
these like sick masks, like
that's
buy my mask on Etsy.
it's funny too because I was like joking with my old roommate. I was like, "Yo, we got to make masks before this happened," and then now I see everybody posting their mask on Instagram trying to get me money, and it's like, go get that money. But this is hilarious. I love how this is like where we're at. Every time there's like a problem or something like that, all we can think of is what's the product to sell.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's so funny, man. Uh,
Just I guess that's what it is. It's the same thing with memes too. It's like you were seeing so many coronavirus memes before this happened, then it happened, and now you see like you still see them, but they're not like the ones that they were at first.
yeah,
They definitely lightened up a little bit. It's like a different kind of style now.
dude, it's funny. Like I don't really drink. I haven't drank alcohol in like a year and a half, right? But I was just thinking to myself, like if I was gonna go get beers right now, like would I get Corona or not? Like I don't know. It's like the it's no I probably wouldn't because I don't really like that like Mexican style like lighter beer personally. Like that's not my first choice, but I just think it's funny how like I always see at first it was like a thing like people were like check me out dude I'm drinking Corona like this is wild I'm so fucking irreverent and now it's just like I just see this shit casually. Like it's just like and I don't know if I'm just looking out for it, so I'm like, oh, Corona bottle. But I'll just see like in someone's stories, like they'll just be like in the background, there'll just be like a Corona bottle like in their house, and I'm just like, really, Coronas? I'm like, that I don't know, I don't know.
2020, man.
It's fucking a trip, dude. 2020 is. I've been all through 2019. I was already calling 2019, 2020. Like, so if I ever had to be like in the midst of 2019, if I was like, oh yeah, well, you know, it's 2019, I was already claiming 2020 just because it's felt so real for so long, you know? But now shit is like really, really, really real. It's like truly real. And it's not even
Dude,
really real because we're still fucking doing podcasts and watching Netflix and shit. Like, when shit gets really, really real, dude, whoa.
I guess it's like part of just life. Maybe it's just part of growing up. But all I can say since like 2008, it's just escalated and it's just been going up, up. Like I thought it'd be like a roller coaster and do a little drop sometime, and then
Yeah,
maybe have a journey ride. But no, it's just been going up. We haven't hit that drop yet.
same. And you know, it's funny. It's honestly, I talk. I know you're a little bit younger than me. I talk to friends that are around my age, and I feel like a lot of people, and I know I trip out on it. It's like, honestly, dude, to be totally honest with you, because I was 21 in 2001. So I'm still trying to figure out what happened in 2001. Honestly, not like on some conspiracy like what happened, but I'm just saying like shit used to be so different before September 11th, 2001. Kind of like how I would imagine this like there's like obviously there's like the world before fucking coronavirus and there'll probably be like the world after coronavirus, you know what I mean? Shit'll just be different now like I would imagine. And so that's why a reason why I feel like myself compared to maybe younger people or whatever are taking this like why I've taken it so serious because it's like I was fucking 19 years old, living my life, getting ready to go to college and everything, like do, and then like all of a sudden, fucking New York City is like under siege, and like all this shit happens, and then it went from that, and like what I'm saying is like there was never any dip. Like you're saying, like the dip, it's like it's just been steadily like since 2001. It's just been going like, oh, like getting crazier. I guess like it's like there's been little pockets of like a year or two where like nothing has happened to me crazily that's affected me, but there's still like school shootings and fucking tsunamis and like all this crazy shit. Like it's just like And dude, I don't know if it's
Celebrities dying left and right.
yeah, just everything. And so I wondered this too, and I talked to people about this, as if it's like, has shit always been this crazy, or we just now we have it
I mean,
all in our pocket all the time, and so we're always looking at, like, I never would have known what's going on in India back in the day, you know. Now it's like one.
World War One and two.
What's that?
Like I said, World War One and two, and like that's why I said it might just be a life thing. But
Yeah,
like imagine like that, and then after that was the Cold War, and then you would think you were gonna get nuked. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's not like there was always something. People were always kind of freaked out. And during World War One, you had the Spanish flu in 1918.
true.
Like so, there was big. I mean, I think it's just a big, like you said, the whole like phone thing and how we're all able to see everything. Like back then, like unless you're reading the newspaper or your friend told you, it's not like you're gonna get details about this person dying. You're
Right.
not gonna get details about like whatever it is about what happened in this city unless you lived in that city.
Yeah.
But now it's like every day we can look on our phone and be like, oh, this. But I don't know. It does seem like since I've been like young, it's just gone up. I try
Yeah.
to get away from it. It looks like that's all I can see.
I think it's like there is some of that, like there is some of that, like the calmer mind prevailing would be like, oh yeah, fucking totally. We have phones now, and so it's like there's this information everywhere, so it's like that's why shit seems crazier. But then on the other hand, I don't think anyone can deny that shit is real crazy, man. Like there's no like yeah, we've never had like there's never been like these leaps in like technology. Like it's just like boom, boom, boom. Like the margins of like that time like where they develop a new technology is like it's gone from like years to like months. Like it's fucking crazy, you know what I mean?
And
So
then the second you buy a phone, it's already outdated now.
yeah,
People used to have phones for years. Now you got to get one every year.
yeah, it's
The
it's
video games, like if they're not constantly dropping video games, people aren't going to want the system.
yeah,
Whereas back in the day, you could get a Nintendo 64 and have 3 games on it, and you'd be happy for years, and then wait till the next year, and you can maybe get a few more games or something. Like I don't know, like
dude, I
a
do
def-
think about that too. Like video games is like when I was a kid and video games were first coming around and shit, it was like the lame people, like adults and shit, were like, video games are too violent, you know? It's like, but they were fucking right. Like, if you, like, there's no way it can be cause it's just like, you're growing up now, you're a kid, you're fucking 8, and you're playing like Grand Theft Auto, and you're just murking fools. It's like, ba 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 ba, and it's like so real. Like, there's no way. How could that not, like, have an effect? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, I grew up playing video games, so I guarantee you that's yeah, dude, definitely for sure. I mean, all I can say is like what made me get into skateboarding so heavy is like I moved into like where my neighbors was, but like I said, he was more of like jackass type of thing. Like he skated, but he wasn't like die hard about it. But I
Yeah.
got Tony Hawk Proving Grounds and I got Tony Hawk American Wasteland.
Yeah.
That made me die hard about it. Like that was sick. Playing Proving Grounds, then you go and you meet a new pro, and it like literally would show like the skate part of that pro. That
Yeah.
was like whoa. So like, I mean, if a skateboard video game, is gonna influence like somebody like that heavy onto that, then what is the game about? American
Oh,
fools
yeah,
like
I
you
see what you're saying. Totally.
said.
Yeah. Well, I know. It's
But
like I mean, dude, I'm like 40 years old, and like I'm thinking like like scenario like I'm like, okay, dude, like I've never been in the military, dude. I don't have any fucking like combat skills, like survival skills. Like if the shit goes tits up, like I'm not, like I don't know what I'm doing. The only thing I know is like when I used to fucking live with my ex girlfriend in Seattle, and I'd come home from work bartending at like 2, 3 in the morning. I'd go on Xbox Live and I play GTA Deathmatch, dude, and I was like pretty fucking good. and like hiding behind buildings and like fucking, like with my little headset, and I'd like be talking to people in like fucking the UK, and I'd be like, I'm gonna get your ass, and I was sick, dude. I was like ranked. I was like in the mix of like on the Xbox Live, like worldwide. Like I was up there with auto aim though. I used auto aim though. I'll keep it real,
Oh,
but still, um, that's all that I know. But I'm like, well, I guess that's better than nothing. You know what I mean?
I was about to say, better than being good at just Mario Kart.
So,
Or
but if you're a
Mario Kart.
kid, dude, and you're just like, dude, like the Metal Gear games and shit, and Call of Duty, like those games are like so like real, dude. It's fucking crazy. It's
It's
crazy.
funny too, because my mom definitely was like always on my ear about that too. Like, you shouldn't be playing these video games. Like, what do you? She just like walks into the room. I'm just like murdering people with the gun or whatnot,
Yeah.
playing Call of Duty. She obviously, didn't grow up. She grew up in the 70s, so like, no, that wasn't a thing at all.
Even the
She's just watching
slang,
it.
like it's so casual. You're like chilling with your buddy. And you're like, all right, kill that guy, kill that guy. Okay, now kill that guy. And you're just like, that's like all you say is it's like kill that guy, kill that guy. It's like it's pretty gnarly, dude. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like I'm a sensitive hippie or something, but it just seems to me like pretty crazy, dude. You know?
I see it like when I'm older now, like I could see it, but like when I was a little kid, like just being little kids, like none
Sure.
of that went into our head at all. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's also the worst part. I mean, you're supposed to protect that. But like as a little kid, I'm just playing a video game. I'm just having a blast. That's like the
Yeah.
only thing that I know. And that's like I guess like another reason why it could be, kind of scary where we're at or whatnot. Because little kids don't even, and it's the same thing with Instagram too. Like little kids don't even know what they're doing. Like I have to like tell myself like, all right, get off Instagram.
And just
You're
like,
not supposed to be
dude,
now.
even just TV and shit too. Like, think about this. Like, when I was in high school, on television, you could only say damn or hell. Like, and then all of a sudden, this channel came around when I was in college and when I was in my early 20s called FX. And FX, dude, they just ran shows that said shit and fuck. And I don't know how they did that. Think, like, like you watch Breaking Bad on cable TV or whatever, or like, they just, they swear on TV. It used to be like if you watch TV, you would only see swears on like HBO. Like you had to like basically pay to fucking see swears on TV. But now it's just like it's like so like I don't care. I'm just saying like for the sake of the conversation, like now like a little kid is just like if you're watching through the TV, you got Walking Dead, you got zombies, and like ripping each other's faces off, and they're just like fuck, bitch, cunt, like on TV. It's like it's pretty gnarly, you know?
I meant like at 11 years old, I was on YouTube and like my mom and stuff like she wasn't over my shoulder. Like she had a bunch of kids to take care of and stuff like that. So I was just like watching random videos, and I can't even lie, like the videos I was watching definitely probably wasn't good for like a little 11-year-old kid.
Yeah,
Or like a 9-year-old kid or whatever it was. I meant like it's whatever the front page on YouTube was. Definitely some funny stuff. I mean, it's hilarious, but like at the same time, I'm like a 9-year-old feeding in this like information that should be humor for like people that are our age or whatever, and there's no guidelines or restrictions. And if so, you just make an account saying you're over 18. Definitely did.
yeah,
So, I mean, now it's even worse. Like let alone the cable, like the TV, you can go switch channels, but if you go on YouTube, you can watch any video you want to.
yeah,
Like talk about like, I mean, I'm not trying to hate or whatever. It's definitely got its place, but talk about like the music that's popping right now and like what's popular. Like everybody's was like every like 3-year-olds are reciting like lyrics that are very depressing. And it's like
yeah,
you're not supposed to even know that. Like, why do you know that like song? That's not a song, but it's like the songs become such a big norm that I don't know. It's definitely a weird exposure we have where it's so easy. There's too much access to things in a way, but
yeah.
at the same time, there's not access. to the right things, you know. That's what it seems like, at least.
It's weird too. Like I feel like my situation or whatever, like or my history or experience with it is like it makes me a hypocrite in a way. Because like honestly, dude, I've been cursing since I was fucking 5 years old in the '80s. I don't know why. I guess I just my mom like worked a lot. She was like a flight attendant, and I always had babysitters and like an older sister that basically raised me and shit. And I just always swore. And I know like when I was in third grade, when I was 9, my sister was older than me, and it was cassettes, and I got NWA and the Posse from my sister when I was 9. And I think about that now, I'm like, damn. But that wasn't the norm. I was like the exception. I was like ahead of my peers as far as exposure. And then, of course, skating, you fucking all of a sudden you're hanging around all these older dudes. When I used to go to the skate park, they would, I would smoke cigarettes when I was a little kid. And the older kids would like trip out on it and like give me cigarettes and shit. And they'd be like, oh, it's that little kid that smokes cigarettes. This is crazy, you know? And I'd be like
Yeah,
smoking cigarettes when I was like fucking 9 and listening to NWA and shit, you know what I mean? And that wasn't like common for that in 1989. That wasn't like kids weren't like that. But I feel like nowadays I go to the skate park, I just see these kids, they're like 10 and they have like a jewel pod and shit and they're like fuck you.
I was on YouTube and like I was listening to Slim Shady,
Yeah.
like as a 9-year-old, you know.
It must be so hard to have kids nowadays, dude. Hell yeah,
I
that's
bought this just because it said Mongo, and
hell
then I
yeah.
didn't even know the podcast was the Mongo one. So
Mongochatter,
doing a
dude.
double special.
That's sick. But
Mongochatter.
that's tight.
But if you're
Mongo
saying with
water.
like the right when I started skateboarding, when I moved to that one neighborhood and I showed the kid how I pushed, he was like, "You're pushing wrong." So like I always had that like on me, and like I didn't know at the time that it made it harder to skate, but like I mean pushing regular wasn't easy.
Right.
So that's why it's like that's why you get into that is because like trying to push regular is all weird,
Yeah.
and then like you kind of like figure it out, and then once you like after your friends make fun of you into not pushing Mongo anymore, finally like 3 months in, you're kind of getting used to it, and then pushing Mongo is super weird. But that's where I'm talking about with like the whole switch aspect, because like if I really, 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 really wanted to get somewhere, I I could just push faster as a Mongo stance.
Sure.
So like once Mongo got harder for me, I realized, well, I might as well just ride goofy if I'm gonna like, if I want to push fast.
I see.
So now that's not like like I can push fast goofy, but I'm not gonna go bomb a hill switch. Like that's not what I'm saying. But like back when I didn't really know how to skate and it was like still kind of just learning things, I didn't really know what was what. Like I would, I could skate goofy like down a hill, not down a hill, but like I could skate goofy like to my neighbor's house just as easily as I could skate regular.
That's sick. I'm definitely not comfortable skating switch. Switch I felt like I had already been skating for a long time when switch stance came around. You know what I mean? Which really isn't the case. It was probably only like 6 years or so. But when I was a kid, like I said, my mom worked a lot, and there wasn't like. I had a friend that lived down the street that skated, and he had a dad that was like, took him help like he had like a subscription to fucking Trans World, and like his dad was like helping him be into skating, like he would like take him places and like this and that. And so I kind of got like a little bit of that like kick down love. Like I would like hang out and like read the Trans World like at my buddy's house and shit, and I'd get like his old boards and shit like that. But my mom didn't have any money, and she didn't know shit. Like she didn't have any like tools. You know what I mean? So by the time I finally scummed all my shit together and got my stuff going, I remember, dude, I put the trucks on the wrong way. Like I put the trucks going like the same way, and I didn't have any tools and I didn't have any way to fix it. So it seems it was probably only like a week or something, but I skated like that. I pushed like that. And it was like, like with your leg way out, like trying to push. Like if you've ever ridden a board with the trucks that aren't facing each other, it's fucking hard to push. But I feel
My
like,
first board, I did that too, and my neighbor had to come over and teach me how to do it. Sorry to interrupt you
oh
on it,
no,
but
not at all. I'm just saying, like, I feel like that, whatever it was, whether it was a week or a month or a day, that experience, it gave me like a good push. I feel like I can like now push my way through fucking anything because like I'm like I still have that frame of mind. I'm like, well, the trucks are like the trucks work, so you know what I mean? I'm like, that's cool.
and that's like hard too. 'Cause like I said, the first board I ever bought, I did that with, and I got my neighbor to fix it the first day. But I remember every time I would step on the board, I thought it was cursed.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Like,
like, what the
one of those
hell?
cursed
It like wants to go away from you. You're like, why is this thing like going away from me?
when I first started like getting into it, like I had the YouTube, so all I would do is like in my spare time is just head to skateboard videos and see what I can
Yeah,
watch.
yeah,
Just like it was different then, but at the same time, like if you go look at videos in '08, they were still doing like just as crazy tricks,
oh yeah.
you know?
I don't know. Skateboarding is the best, dude. It's the best. It's like the best thing. It's crazy.
It's
Like,
crazy too, like it makes the world like I know the world's small, but it makes the world so small. So
yeah,
small, like we're all connected, like and I may have moved around a lot, so that might have something to do with it too. But like some of the people I knew in Massachusetts, I see out here, stuff like that, or like weird things like that. And it's just like, or like this one dude I grew up watching is now like, you know what I mean, getting his like shine, getting his light. It's like, whoa, like I remember seeing this guy at the skate park. Like this is kind of crazy. Like it's all
totally.
like it's all so small, you know. I mean,
It
it's
is
big,
small.
but still, it's all it's all
It
skate world, you know.
it's small and it's like it's more connected than like other like worlds. Like I talk to people. I'll say like you might be like really into fucking basketball, right? Like okay, you're into basketball and that's your whole shit. But it's you're not necessarily gonna fucking live in Boston and then go to Milwaukee and go to like a park and start playing basketball with some random motherfuckers, and then at the end of the night they're like, "Oh, fucking come back to my house, like have some beers, have some tacos, like fucking this is my sister, like these are like like that shit does like skating is like you can just like you're like you already have friends before you even go to a place, and it's like
I
that's
I
so
visited
special.
like I couldn't agree more. Like I visited Puerto Rico, and like I was 16 at the time. My friends were 18. I mean, I'm not like a big drinker at all to begin with, but like then I really wasn't like touching alcohol in any way. So I mean, I was, but like not much. Like I didn't like it. I was a stoner. So like they were all going hitting the bars because that's the age. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go skate. And like every time I met up with a skateboarder, like it was like before we even talked. Like, you know, we're already friends. Like
Yeah.
I'm in Puerto Rico too. I was always kind of like, you know, like I don't want to be like I wasn't filmed also, I guess it, like this, but I don't want to be like, you know, that like another, you know, that another American kid just trying to go skate Puerto Rican spots or whatnot. I didn't know how it was in any way,
Is
but
it
like
like that?
no, not at all. Like every local was like talking to me or whatnot. They were hyped, like all that stuff. Like they were loving it, and like I'm the same. Like there's some shredders over there, but every city I've been to, like there's rare. I mean, sometimes you get your looks, but for the most part, like every single part, like when I see a skateboarder, it's like we're already like chilling. Like I don't even have to talk to them. It's just like we're skating the same spot. We're like chilling. And it doesn't matter if I'm like from Massachusetts, you know, and I'm just in New York City for a little bit skating some plaza. Like once the skaters roll by, like we're homies already. We're already talking. Oh, where are you from? Like, oh, what's up? Like, what's your name? Blah, blah, like, well, like you know, like Like I
Yeah.
moved down to like just moved over here now at the school or whatnot. Some like kids pull up and it's like instantly like, you know, we're cool now, like right off the bat. Like
Yeah.
it's just like it's like what you said, like that whole connection of like we want to travel, like we want to skate like different spots and like I mean, like there's a lot of spots that are like local only, but for the most part it's like, oh you're like, you know, you're coming here, like what's up? Like where are you from? Like what's going on? Like this is our spot, like this is how you want to skate, like you want to skate these ledges over here, like you know, let's go down this block right now, right? You know, and it's just like it's spot opening. It's not like basketball, like you said. Like nobody's really gonna go to Milwaukee to go play in some other park where we're gonna go and try to hit every city we can just to see what's there.
Yeah. No, I just mean more like it's like what are the chances that like just because you play like if you play basketball and you meet someone else who plays basketball in another city, like yeah, you both play basketball, that's cool. But you know what I mean? You're not gonna bring that motherfucker to your house. Like you never know who they could be. You know what I mean? Like, but with skating, you're just like, it doesn't matter. Like, it could be like, and it's like from all walks of life. Like, dude, I grew up in fucking in Newburyport. You know what I mean? Like in like a fucking a house with like food and like everything was like pretty normal. Like we had fucking money and clothes and all that. Like everything was like normal. And dude, I've met and been to some places like as a skater where just like shit's like crazy different, like just like the ways of life that I've seen, like be it like rural or urban, like you know what I mean, like friends, and it's like, oh, come to my house, and it's just like the house is like it's like totally different style of life, like you know what I mean, like the parents aren't there or fucking you know what I mean, like we're just kids like fucking making Kool-Aid or fluff sandwiches or whatever, and it's like, but it's all good. It's like there's never, that doesn't, like like you see now, or like you can understand it now as an adult, but like as a skater, you're just like, it doesn't matter, dude. Black, white, pink, blue. It's like, it's all like, it just, I don't know. You don't even. You're just like it's like the journey. It's like oh, skating took me here. It took me fucking. It took me here. It took me to this fucking trailer park. It took me to this mansion. It took me to this city. It took me to this fucking jailhouse. It took me to this girl's house. Like skating took me all these fucking places, and it's like it's all good. It's like it's all like there's something valuable in all those situations. I don't know.
God, dude, crazy, yep. And it's like so many of like my best homies too is like the ones that I'd be like staying over at, like you said, like you know, making the fluff sandwiches and stuff like that. Like it's all through skateboarding too, and like I moved around a bunch, and like exactly like you said, like you know, some would be in the suburbs, some would be in you know the hood of Lowell. Like it's like all these different scenarios. And
Yeah.
even in Lowell too, that's the funny thing is like you would have your friends in the you know in the suburbs that would be like that, but then like it all depends. Like it's just like so many different areas, but we're all just relating to this one, and we're not because little kids, you know, we're not really seeing that too much. For the most part, we don't really think too much of it, but like it's all related to this one little piece of wood, and that's just
Yeah.
like we're loving it. Like,
Yeah.